Hi guys! So for our identity unit, we're going to be talking about what is an identity, what elements make up an identity, and what elements impact an identity. So here's the definition: who or what a person is. It sounds very simple, but when you're asked the question, who are you? It's kind of difficult to answer. You have a lot of things to think about, like where your family came from, what religion are you, what hobbies do you have, what makes up your culture, where have you lived in the past, where have you traveled to. All of those things make up your identity. So the first thing we're going to do is create an identity map. So I'm going to show you exactly what is an identity map. Normally there's a circle or square in the middle of the page. That is where you put the name of the thing or person you are mapping the identity of in the middle. So this is a person named Stephanie. On the outside, there are going to be traits that affect their identity after the line. So this is Stephanie. She said that she's a female, American, or Haitian. Maybe her dad is Haitian and her mom is American. She put not entirely American and not entirely Haitian. Maybe being biracial or bicultural makes her sort of feel split. She put the subjects that she finds interesting in school, so she's a history buff, science dork. She put hobbies such as running or writing. She put her family aspects, so sister, twin, granddaughter, daughter. She put things about where her family came from, so she's an immigrant, meaning that she moved from another country to this country. She put the language that she speaks. She speaks English with an accent. She more than likely speaks two languages. She put I speak English better than my parents. She put where she lives in Boston. She even put physical aspects about herself, like she's tall. Um, and she put Catholic because that's her religion. So these are multiple things that sort of make up who she is as a person. Um, you could add more, you could have less. It just depends on how detailed you want to be. So here's another example. This is a handwritten one, so it looks a little bit different, but there's the name in the middle, Carla, and on the outside there's things that make up her identity. So Latina, minority, poor or rich, female, a student, a wife, survivor. She also has an accent and she's from Paraguay. So just different things about her personality. I made a mini one for myself. So my name is Miss Moore, so I put my name in the middle. And on the outside, I put things that make up my identity. So I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm a teacher, a vegetarian. I live in Wilmington. I'm a sister, and I'm a literature nerd. And I put the color of my skin because that impacts how other people in the world see me. So for right now, we're not going to worry about highlighting. I'll explain that in a minute. So in order to find your identity chart where you need to go to make your own, you go to Google Classroom, and this is in ELA, so we'll do block 4. You can go under classwork. We are in the identity unit. So this assignment is called Identity, the Bear That Wasn't. Let's go ahead and click on that. The slides presentation that I was just on that has all the instructions and the samples of identity maps is right here. The one that you will edit is student copy. So click on that. The first map is for you, so write your name here. On the outside, put things that impact your identity. So you could put soccer player, CFCI student, brother, sister, cousin, dog lover, anything that you feel like if someone were to ask, who is this person? I could look at this map and think, okay, I kind of have a good idea of who this person is. So that's your first job for today. Your second job is to watch a video after you've created your own identity chart. You're going to watch this video, The Bear That Wasn't. So this is a story about a bear who hibernates in his cave, and he wakes up and he finds himself in a world where people start telling him who he is. So it affects his identity. His surroundings affect his identity. So as you watch the video, add traits about the bear outside of the map. So I made you a map on the same sheet as your identity map that says bear, and you're going to add traits on the outside about the bear. Once you have traits about him, so maybe he's hardworking, maybe he's lazy, maybe he's I don't know, a teacher, just random things about him that identify him as a character, go on his identity map. After you've done that, after you've filled out that map, pick 2 different highlighters or colors. Which labels? So I picked red and yellow. So for the red ones, I would highlight the labels on the chart that represent how he sees his own identity, so how he views himself. The yellow ones represent how others in the story see him. So if you go back to my example, I highlighted my own map just for practice. So other people view me. If they didn't know anything about me, the first things that they would notice right off the bat are that I live in Wilmington and I'm white. If they had to, or ways that I see myself are I'm a vegetarian, I'm a teacher, I am a sister, I'm a literature nerd. Those are things that I view about myself. I can also put things like confident, caring, empathetic. Those are ways that I view myself that not necessarily everyone would know unless they got to know me, if that makes sense. And then tomorrow in class, we are going to discuss all of these things. We're going to discuss why the writer of this story titled it The Bear That Wasn't. Why didn't the factory officials recognize the bear for what he was? And what were the consequences for the bear because of the way that others defined his identity? So what were the consequences for him? Hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you do not want to type on this map, if you're a pencil paper person, you don't have to use this. You can get out a sheet of paper and draw it on your sheet of paper, and then I would add another slide. So new slide, and I can take a picture with my Chromebook or a cell phone. It would be easier if it was your Chromebook, just so it's already on your computer. And then insert, image, upload from computer. So that's how you can get your handwritten identity maps turned in. So again, I would hit insert. There's not, actually right click new slide is easier, or control M, and then insert, image, upload from computer. Alrighty, I hope these are clear instructions. Happy mapping. I will talk to you all tomorrow.